The following lesson is one of the videos that accompany this workbook for you to learn to read and write Arabic from scratch.
Hello there. We are going to go through the main Arabic letters and sounds, which is here the Arabic alphabet plus the short vowels, which actually are not in the official Arabic alphabet. So these are the sounds we are going to study today together, just to learn how they are written when they are isolated and how they are pronounced. I will say the name of the letter and then how it is pronounced. The first three here are the short vowels, and these are in fact not in the Arabic alphabet, but they are added as additional symbols. You see that I will use the marker here so you can see this symbol here, this line that I just covered in red, is what you add on top of a consonant to add the short vowel A after that consonant in sound. And that's called the fatha. And this one here is called dhamma, and it sounds like the vowel U. And then this one here is written under the consonant, and it's pronounced I. So it's A, U, I. Let me get my cursor again. This would be A, this would be U, and this would be I. The next letter we have is called Hamza, and it's actually a glottal stop. So it's blocking the air in the glottis. And it can be written like this, or on top of this letter, below this letter, on top of this letter, or on top of this letter. But basically the pronunciation is blocking the air in the glottis. This one is also not officially in the Arabic alphabet. It sometimes appears at the end, but usually not. And then we have the rest of the letters. This is called Alif, and it's pronounced A, like a long A. This is called Ba, and it's pronounced B, like the letter B. This is called Ta, and it's pronounced T, like a letter T. This is called Tha, and it's pronounced Th, as in thin or three. This is called Jim, and it's pronounced J. It's also sometimes pronounced je, so it's je like in judge, or je like juge in French. This is called ha, and it's pronounced as if you were cleaning your glasses, blowing on your glasses to clean them. That's the sound it makes. It's often represented by a number 7. This one is called kha, like Jose or Juan, and it's pronounced like the kha of Khomeini. This is called del, and it's pronounced like a English D. This is called vel, and it's pronounced as in the of the word this, the in this. This is called ra, and it's ra, and it's pronounced as in the Spanish R, just like the Spanish R, ra. And then the next one is zay. It's called zay, and it's pronounced like the letter Z in English. Going on to the next column, we have the consonant sin, and it's pronounced like an S in English. Sheen is pronounced like the SH in English, as in ship. Sad is a farther back S. That's why it's written in a capital here. So for this letter, you move your tongue back a little bit. So we have the front S and the back S. Sin and sad. Sad. Notice how the vowel is deeper in the mouth as well. Then we have dad. This is the back counterpart of this one here. Dal and dad. Then we have ta. This is the back counterpart of the ta. So instead of a front T, it's a back T. Ta. And then we have the dha, which is the back counterpart of this one. The in this is a front, the, and this is a back, the. Then we have Ain, which is often represented by a number 3 because it's kind of like a mirror image of the Ain. And this is the one you hear in Arabi. You make this sound by making a smaller passage in your throat, and you say in the soft palate. Okay, and then we go to Reine, which is pronounced the same as a French R, like in the song Rien de rien, right? And then we have Fe, just like the English F, Qaf, just like the K, but deeper. This is the deeper sound counterpart of Kaf. This is Kaf, like the English K, and this is Qaf, a bit deeper in the throat. Then we have Lam, which is the regular L, English L, right? And then we have Mim, which is pronounced like the English M, and then Nun, which is pronounced like the English N, and then Ha, which is like the English H, as in here, and Waw. This letter here, Waw, can serve 2 purposes. It can be a long U or a W. The same happens with the last letter of the alphabet, which is the long E or the Y, and it's called Ye.